Well, I think the question about commoditization is one that's been prevalent for 20, 25 years, and it's really born out of the fact that there's just been more supply. And obviously when you've got an excess of supply and an increase in the number of users, that has led to less differentiation of lots of media, particularly the non-premium media. And basic economics suggests that you're going to get some sort of commoditization that's happened there. I don't think it's something that's been born out of the way the media agencies have operated, and I do think it's something that is going to change in the future, because I think what's going to happen is as we get into more measurable media, then that commoditization trend is actually going to abate. So actually, whether commoditization is here or not, I do think that the future where we've got much more trackable media is actually going to lead to a decommoditization of the media function. I don't think you can say, is there an overall drive towards value has led to a sort of some sort of reduction in quality. I think everyone understands that in order to reach audiences, you can use all sorts of different media options, and media owners and media partners are trying to find engaging content. And if you can get good content, that can deliver high quality audiences. Well, I think we're probably one of those agencies which have invested a greater proportion of our revenues back into our business, and the reason for that is that we've had a positioning for about 10 years as the ROI agency, and recently we've updated that to make it the live ROI focus. And what we're trying to do is we're now realizing that we can use live data, and we can use that live data to serve content that is relevant to specific audiences, and we can measure that in real time. So in order to do that, we need to be far more sophisticated about the tools that we use. These are both syndicated tools and our development of our own technologies, working alongside the delivery of programmatic buying with what we call AOD, which is our programmatic buying solution. And we're doing that because we know that if we can do that, it's going to give us far more measurable, sustainable impact against specific audiences, and actually move away from this commoditization question that you were asking earlier. So I think the biggest thing that's happening is the growth of innovation, the use of technology. But then how do we use this not just in isolated, siloed basis, but how do we use this to change the way that we are investing on our clients' behalf? And how do we then measure that return on investment? And how do we then change the way that we're going to market on their behalf? And that's a big. It's not just the use of technology and innovation, it's a structural change we're trying to make to our business, and structural change is never made easily. I think, a short few years ago, I think we probably would be able to say we had all the solutions. We understood enough about the brand, the business and the consumer to actually sort of develop media solutions for our clients, and we could sort of go to market really in a vacuum from what was happening outside. Now I think it's so complex that we can't do it on our own. So we're now finding we need to do partnerships. We need to provide partnerships in terms of different forms of technology providers. We need to absolutely have a much deeper relationship with our key clients, and we need to bring in the third party, which is the digital partners particularly. So most of the smart solutions that we're developing for clients, they're much more holistic in the way that we are developing solutions, and they're much more collaborative in the way that we work.